Hello everyone, welcome back to the weekly Geekdom. I am the man, the head geek. With me is my partner in this, Midnight. How you doing, my man?
I'm wonderful, my friend. It feels as though that I've trudged a long journey, across blistering winds and scorching deserts and climbing the highest room in the tallest tower. My speeds of sweat are upon my face, but I tie not. I press on, my friend, for we have pressed on, for we have reached 100 subs as of right now. We're at 105. Thank you to everyone who has supported us on our journey. It's been a long one, but you know what? It's only up from here. So, again, just love to say thank you to all who have subbed and supported and shared. Ben has planned for us to have a wonderful live stream on November 12th, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So please feel free to join the chat, join the stream, share some thoughts, some comments, opinions. We'll just talk whatever, it's just an open forum just for the fun of it because we got.
And we're just going to get bigger and bigger, right, my man?
That's it. We're gonna be more like giant-sized X-Men, because we are.
Ooh,
Yep. See,
more
see.
like Giant Man, more like Giant Man.
Sometimes you gotta turn to Goliath, my friend.
No, we had quite a week of trailers and movie news. Anything that stuck out to you?
So I finally got around. I've been meaning to make a video about it, but time just kept eluding me. So I figured why not talk about it today. The Ant-Man 3 trailer. Um, that was amazing. Um, yeah, that was really that's why it's gonna be a bonkers movie. I mean, the quantum realm looks so well detailed and just like this, I'm excited for it. February can't be that.
Didn't you? I don't know about you, but I love the Ant-Man movies.
Oh yeah,
The first one is so underrated, I feel it. So funny. You gotta love Paul Rudd, man. I mean, he in everything it seems like, isn't he?
oh yeah. He's always been a talented guy. Like I remember, I think the first time I actually saw or watched anything with Paul Rudd was actually Parks and Rec. I know he's in 40 Year
Oh,
Old Virgin, and I think he was also in. Now I pronounce you Chuck and Larry. I think I could be wrong.
no.
No, that wasn't him.
Not that one. I love you, man.
That's right. I love you, man. That's the one.
The better of them two.
Yeah,
Secondary, not good.
but I tell you what, he has a movie where he does flex his both dramatic and comedic chops very, very well. It's on Netflix called The Fundamentals of Caring, and he's so good. That movie is so funny, and the story is so well done. It has him, Selena Gomez. Um, I forgot the name of the woman who plays the mom. She's also a great actress. But Paul Rudd, he's always great in everything he's in.
And he's a vampire. No, he looks like the same he did now that he did 20 years ago.
That's very true. He is not aged a bit. He is like at all. He looks the exact same. The exact same. Um, I tell you what,
But, uh,
him and Tom Cruise, they are like running neck and neck for ageless. Hugh Jackman, and Tom Cruise right now. They're running for ageless men. It's ridiculous.
I think Tom Cruise is looking slightly older than the other two, in my opinion. Only slightly. He still looks young, but he's starting to show his age, I think.
Yeah, he's got a little more roadmaps on his face.
Hey man, if he could, yeah, if he could, uh, I can't think of anything. The Ant-Man green trailer. It was great.
Oh
Not bad for a first trailer, right?
yeah. I think that this trailer did what Avatar didn't. It actually kind of gave us a bit of the story without giving us too much. Like we know, like okay, this is obviously post Endgame, Ant-Man's become like this pretty much, icon. He's a celebrity. People love him. They love seeing him. Pretty much like all the Avengers, I'm sure, because of all of the things that has happened, and they've saved the world so many times. And so, Cassie finds this machine that can send a signal to the quantum realm. That does not bode well with Michelle Pfeiffer's character. I forgot her. It's that's Janet. Janet.
Yeah,
Right?
Janet.
Yeah. Okay. So
But
she's playing her.
by the
Mhm.
way, Janet, Michelle Pfeiffer is like wine. She only gets more fine with age. Ooh,
Sounds like somebody's hot potato.
ooh.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, okay. So Ben, what we're gonna do is we'll send out a letter to Michelle Pfeiffer, from you personally, and maybe one day we'll have her here with you. We'll schedule a date for you too. You can go out for sandwiches or anything. You know what I mean?
I'm going to say something now, but I'm not going to, so let's move on.
I feel like it involves a cat and a woman.
Ooh.
You're a funny guy.
Anyway, damn, I like this trailer.
Yes.
So, do you buy into the theory that the Fantastic Four are trapped in the quantum realm?
I think it's a possibility. It's a strong possibility. I think that it'll be a very creative way to introduce them if that be the case. I mean, like they get lost, and maybe that machine that Cassie built could be akin to something that maybe they built a while ago. Maybe she stumbled across some of their plans or something online that kind of led her to do that. And maybe Reed Richards was the first one to implement it, just didn't go on because it didn't come back. And it's possible they could be stuck there. I mean, only because I think that, yes, Ant-Man and Wasp and now Cassie, he'll make a very good team, but I don't think it'll be enough to take on Kang. So it will be interesting to see the Fantastic Four play a role in this, where they also could be helping fight their way out, maybe. Or if they're not involved in the fight, maybe, towards the end, it's like when they get back from the quantum realm, they see someone else pop through, and that could be them that came out. I mean, it's very possible because there's a lot of dimensions in the Marvel comics, and quantum realm being one of them. Maybe at some point they touch on the negative zone, because I know the Fantastic Four are involved with that a lot. And at some point we could see a Nihilus. But that's just how I think. I mean, so yeah, you could say that I buy into the theory. If they don't do it, I'm probably not going to be heartbroken, but I think that it would be a very smart, very creative way to bring the Fantastic Four to the forefront. Ha! See what I did there?
So let me ask you this. We've seen the Fantastic Four for the first time in the MCU.
Mhm.
Reed Richards, the camera pans up. Who is it? Is it John Krasinski or is it somebody else?
I don't know. Because, and the reason I say I don't know is because, let's think about this. Let's go back to Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. When you see the Illuminati, we don't even see Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel. We see Monica Rambeau instead.
Right.
So it could very well be a possibility that it's not John Krasinski, that it could be, what's his name? The one guy that they're talking about, maybe William Joseph Harper from Good Place. So that he could be.
Yeah, I know I forget his name, but I like that actor. I loved him in the Good Place, so I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Yeah, so he's one. I know they're saying maybe Adam Driver, but I kind of want. I haven't seen Adam Driver as what is he, Snoke? That's his character's name, right?
No, he was
Kylo Ren. I'm sorry. Right.
Kylo
Yeah,
Ren. Thank you.
yeah. So, and I know he can play a villain, so I actually would not mind him being Doctor Doom. I saw like an image that someone made of him as Doom, so I wouldn't be opposed to that. But I think that they'll. The thing is, I think Marvel now is. I think they're kind of learning how to keep things under wraps. So maybe they'll actually hold on to the surprise of whoever it may be, and they'll wait till the movie comes.
Well, I'll tell you that Kevin Feige hasn't let us down in casting yet, has he?
Oh, no. See, and that's the thing. Like, I just this is one thing I do wonder personally. Just not off topic, but still on topic. I wonder how different the reactions to Civil War would have been if we didn't see Spider-Man in the trailer and they waited till the movie and just caught everyone off guard. That's why I'm
Well,
wondering, because I know they did it for marketing purposes. Like, yeah, we got Spider-Man here. Welcome back. I got that. But like, I just wonder how it would be if they just went ahead and said, you know what, we're not going to put it in the trailers. We're not going to put it in the market. We're just going to surprise you. Kind of like how they do like those when in the trailers they would have those scenes or clips that weren't even in the movie, but it's in the trailer. But this,
nothing about the Spider-Man and Civil War. That brings up No Way Home. They tried that. They tried to hide it. They couldn't.
this
I
is true.
mean, they tried. Man, I, you're talking about hiding 5 people. I don't know how you knew that.
You're right. I mean, it is a tall order to ask because it's like, I mean, things get leaked and people always want to leak stuff. So, I mean, it's just I just kind of wonder. I can't help but wonder what it
I
would be
mean,
if we weren't so present.
see this thing? There's a computer, there's a phone, there's a camera, all in one.
This is true.
You
This is
know,
a very useful device. I mean, very Tony Stark like. Um, yeah, I mean, because Tony Stark doesn't compare to the genius of one Ben Rayner, the head geek of the multiverse of geeks.
man. But Ant-Man 3, I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely. Bill Murray being it, I'm like, oh, cool. Who is he going to play? I don't know. Um,
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was him the first time I watched it.
I forgot that they said that he was in it. I remember them saying about maybe a year and a half ago or so that he would be a part of it, but I completely
I
forgot.
I wonder if they made that part originally for one Rick Moranis, but they couldn't get him, so they got Bill Murray instead.
Hmm. Are you trying to say that Bill Murray has earned his stripes?
I don't know. He didn't kick some ass. He didn't kick some ass.
I mean, because he does believe in the life aquatic.
But yeah, I don't know where to go from that.
It's okay, man. Sometimes we have to watch the moon rise over our kingdom as we just deal with the royal Tenenbaums. But it's neither here nor there. I'm not going to rush more. So let's just.
You're good, man. You're good.
Thank you, Mike.
Um, you alluded to the other trailer that came out this week. I want to get into it.
The way of water.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright. I think we're on the same page here because you said something and I feel the same way. And you didn't tell us a story.
No, I like it is beautiful.
Exactly.
It is. It is.
Exactly.
It is. It really is. But see, this is my thing. Okay. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the first Avatar. Like, yeah, it's a
Me
visual,
neither.
but I'm not fawning over the story like like a lot like some people do. Whether people want to say the Fern Gully or Dance with Wolves, whatever.
Okay,
The story just wasn't.
here, I'm going to pause you for 1 second. Anytime you bring up Avatar, anytime, the first one, you always get this. A great viewing experience, very beautiful to look at, amazing effects.
Mm-hmm.
You always get one of those 3 answers. Things you never get. What a riveting story. I love the acting. Great characters. You never get those.
I mean, I think the acting was they did well, and it's not that the story isn't good because stories do pull from other stories, and they just have different characters and different elements. However, you tweak the story to make it your own. There's stories all peel from each other in some way. Like Lion King peels a lot from Hamlet. So their stories are inspired by other stories. I just think that the story for Avatar just wasn't one that I'm like I will cherish forever. You know,
Right.
um, and that's not saying it's not a good movie. It's a good movie. It's just like stories. Just all right, cool.
You
I
know
just
what
thought,
it is?
mm,
A really nice picture that you're going to look at for 3 hours.
yes,
Great, great picture. One that you wouldn't find in an art museum. And you go look for 3 hours.
yeah,
Nothing else.
no, you're absolutely right. And then like I said, the visuals are great. It's beautiful to look at, and I think that's the thing. And I made this mention to somebody in the tweet once, and I said, if Avatar can give us, if the Way of Water can give us a stronger story than the first one, then we may be able to have a conversation about it. But if it's just going to be another big visual feast and the story's just like, all right, cool, that's not a, then it's like, okay, well, I mean, if
And
all
that,
the movies are going to be like this, then what? I mean, how long are they dragging out this war with humanity? Because they got three
and
more movies that are supposed to come after this.
right. And I'm tired of a James Cameron excuse. I don't know about you, but yeah, he never. I'm not doubting him. The movie's going to make all the money.
Yeah,
And the movie's going to make money. And they're going to make money. But I'm tired of. mm, I'm tired of nobody counting him for not doing a good story for the movie. You know what I mean?
yeah, because he'll bring the visuals. It's
We know
just
that, yeah.
where's the story? Like, okay, how is it that I would just think that if you have this big of a budget and you can focus on all these effects, but you can't tell the story. I mean, the story should always come first. That was my problem with the first Lion King. The first Lion King, the 2019 Lion King. That was my whole issue. It was like they sacrificed the story. Right? I mean, we obviously know it's the same story, but you don't get the same emotion from it because they sacrificed it for the sake of effects. And I don't care if Don is watching. I'm saying this right now. this is how I feel about it because it's like
I
everything.
know somebody else.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
it's beautiful. I know it always comes up. It's beautiful to look at. Yes, but is it? Did you get the emotion? No, I did not.
Some people did.
No.
I did. But
I couldn't. It felt like you ever had unseasoned chicken?
yeah.
That was 2019 Lion King. It was unseasoned chicken.
And
Just
I know somebody right now who's thinking in their sleep that they want to talk to you. And it's
tell me.
not done. It's not done.
Oh, your other
Um,
friend.
here's my other friend.
I'm telling you, 1994. That's the one. That is the one, the only one that I will acknowledge. But that's not what we're here for. We're talking about Avatar.
No, we're here to talk about Avatar.
Fresh.
I did. I
Mhm.
I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I hope every movie's good. You know.
Yeah, for sure. I think to my point, the point I was making was just it's that you can get smaller budget movies that can tell great stories. I don't know how much Hell or High Water cost to make, but it's one hell of a story, and it's a great movie, and it didn't cost that much to make. So it's like, well, how can you take all of this? You had all this time, what, 13 years? 13 years. And we're saying this having not seen the movie, so the story could be great, but we're just saying based off the first one, okay? But like, you take all this time, and if it's just for the visuals, then I'm gonna feel like my money was slightly wasted. But sure, beautiful to look at. I'm pretty sure it'll be a great IMAX experience or a great Dolby experience. But like, dude, let's see, and maybe it'll be more original because now we're getting because it's the sequel, off of the original one. Maybe we'll have a different tale. I mean, do you think the planet's alive? Because the daughter hinted to Pandora, kind of breathing. She's like, I can hear her, I can feel her. What do you think?
I don't know. And he makes good movies, but James Cameron has been really pissing me off lately. With all his comments about superhero movies, and I'm just over it, you know? I'm over it.
The thing is, even with Tarantino today, and he's saying that, hired hands, which I get what Campion meant to an extent. You could have said it a different way. You got Scorsese who was just going to shit all. Listen, here's my thing. Civil War, Winter Soldier, the first Avengers movie, Infinity War, Endgame, Logan, heck, even Deadpool, both of them actually, and what? I mean, No Way Home, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Verse, some of the greatest comic movies. Joker, the Batman, Black
Dark
Panther,
Knight,
some of the
Batman
greatest.
Begins.
Yeah, like The Dark Knight, some of the greatest comic book movies ever made. Where it's like, if you took the element of heroes out and you just had them as just straight, it still makes for an excellent movie. So
Right.
for them to say this is not cinema, they're just taking everything from the arts and not doing what we want them to do because it's not us having our own influence all over it. It's like so because the studio's involved, Kevin Feige's the head, and he's like, look, we got these parameters, but he's letting people come in and he's getting great storytellers. You can't deny that. You got Ryan Coogler in your stable. You had James Gunn. You had Jon Favreau. You had Kenneth Branagh at one point. You had the Russo brothers. You had come on. James Mangold made Logan. What was it? Who did not Rob Reiner. Who did the first Deadpool movie?
Miller.
Miller? Something Miller.
Yeah,
Was it
he
Trevor
did
Miller?
not think. It was, hold on, let me look it up.
I just find it disgusting. Because if they can comment, they can other comments.
Tim Miller.
Okay. All right. So what kills me is you had these directors, some of the greatest who ever did it. Yet you're supposed and you've inspired up and coming directors. You're supposed to be laying a pathway for them. Yet you insult some of the movies that are keeping the industry alive today. That are keeping people coming to theaters. Like, yeah. I mean, a lot of theaters now, like, yeah, it's the comic book movie movement at this point in time. But there's still a lot of great movies that can be seen if you, let's say, you don't see it, but you're still contributing to the theaters being alive. So I just don't understand the complaints, like how there's no story. There's plenty of story. You just choose not to watch, or you have this bias. I'm an old man, like screaming at the sky.
Damn. Halloween they went the other day, man. You don't need to scare it.
I'm just saying, like, it's ridiculous. Halloween ends. Halloween kills.
Oh.
Halloween.
How is that Halloween ends? Haven't seen it yet.
I watched like 5 minutes of it and fell asleep.
Okay.
I would have finished it, but like I just watched the first 5 minutes and just drifted off.
All right, we don't need to talk about it. I'm going to see Avatar. I'm sure you're going to see Avatar, the new one. I mean,
yeah.
And we'll see how it is. Hopefully the story will be better. I don't know.
I think it will be, just considering the fact that now it's almost. Let me see how I can word this. A lot of people try to like to say Fern Gully in space or Dances with Wolves in space for the first one, right? Now it's like, okay, you got inspired by that. Then how do you continue that, but make it your own thing? You know, I think that's the only thing. I feel as though the story will be, it's still. I think it will be up to par I like the fact that there is another tribe on Pandora because now you're expanding the world some. So now we're about to learn more about another tribe. Maybe their culture is slightly different because theirs is more based along the water.
Let me
So
ask you this. Is there a chance this movie will have no humans in it?
there has to be because you remember
Yeah.
we see the ships coming in, and
Okay.
Stephen Lang is back in it too. And one of the
Why is he back?
that's what I said. Yeah, I guess he's supposed to be like the recurring villain, but it's like I thought he died in the first one.
My biggest fear is that the humans will be the enemy again. We don't need to see that movie.
I think they said that he's supposed to actually take on one of the Avatar bodies.
Well, okay, move him out of it for a second. I don't want the humans to be the enemy again.
Yeah, but and I get what you mean. I get what you mean because we just got a war in the first movie, and now we're doing it again. So I'm wondering, is this going to be humanity constantly trying to conquer Pandora? Because I feel like there has to be more. Maybe let's say we got humanity again in this one, and like this is the last fight with humanity. The third one could be maybe a differing race of aliens from another world.
Are you in there?
Or
Hopefully,
maybe there's some
ho-
tribal infighting. I mean, at some point, it could be like a maybe you could make like a House of the Dragon sort of Avatar inspired.
I did get annoyed because if they were the same movie, if the first one was the same movie, but it was directed by Michael Bay,
Oh God,
everybody would be shitting on it. Everybody would be shitting on it.
yeah, yeah.
If it was the same movie with the same effect, same story, same anything, but if it was Michael Bay, people would be shitting on it.
I mean, if Pandora is on the dark side of the moon, it has to find its revenge of the fallen. Therefore, we enter an age of extinction so we can get back to the last night, which takes us to Bad Boys 1 and 2, which then leaves us in an ambulance to see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You're welcome.
Then give me a Bud Light and I'll be right there with you, my man.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Now, moving on to another topic, I think we talked about Avatar long enough. We never talked about, you and me, James Gunn and Peter Safran taking over DC last week.
Yes. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm really happy, really excited. I want to see what they do. Do we think the first movie James Gunn will do is a Superman movie? I do.
I mean, considering the fact that they said they want to make Superman a part of their 10-year plan, it would have to be. I'm not opposed to it. I think there's a lot of. I know they're doing it on HBO. They're doing like a Jon Stewart series, but I've been begging for a Jon Stewart Green Lantern movie for so long. Oh my gosh! Yes.
So, okay, let me ask you this. News comes out tomorrow. James Gunn will either do Superman, Man of Steel 2, or Jon Stewart Green Lantern. What are you picking from
I'm
him?
not gonna lie, probably Man of Steel too, because I really enjoyed that first one, and it took way too long. For it, they're overdue a sequel.
It's time. It's
Yeah,
time.
they're overdue a sequel. And I think that the idea of them wanting to go with a more Captain America style Superman, how Superman has always been like a Boy Scout. I think that will be interesting to explore because I still look. Um, Superman made the right decision in Man of
Oh
Steel.
yeah,
You had
yeah,
no
yeah.
choice but to kill
Yeah,
Zod.
no
Everybody
choice.
complained. Yeah, So everybody complaining about it. It's like, oh, Superman doesn't kill. Like, if you're in a situation, you have an all-powerful being that spraying straight up heat rays out of his eyes. There's a family right there, and the entire city's already leveled. You're gonna just keep letting destruction happening, or you're gonna end it right then and there. Like you have no choice. He had to do it, and he obviously felt terrible about it. You could see it the way he screamed afterwards. So, how does he deal? I'm curious as how they deal with him. Like, how did he deal with the weight of that on his mind while also trying to be a quote unquote better, not better. He was already a symbol of hope, but like really
more joyful, more joyful.
Yes, not so. And I like Zack Snyder's direction on it. I really did, But if they want to go the more joyful route, that's perfectly fine. I mean, sure.
I think they need to continue where he is on the timeline in the DCEU. And as of now, this is the timeline for Superman. There was Man of Steel. There was Batman v Superman. Dark Moody. He died. There's the theatrical Justice League. This isn't canon. I'm talking only about canon right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't seen anything after Justice League, that theatrical version of Superman, until Black Adam.
I will say that I think that it's actually perfect that they killed Superman early in this right, and only because it works out in their favor if they want to go with the more joyful Superman. Because you see it sort of they allude to it in a way in Justice League where he's a little more.
He was literally more. He was. You can tell he was more like the old classic Superman.
Yeah.
And for me personally, talking about me, my opinion, I like him better in the theatrical cut than I do the Zack Snyder cut because of that reason.
I have to finish the Snyder cut. I mean, listen, I could sit through all 4 hours of the extended edition of Return of the King. I just got to get through Snyder's cut here.
Oh my!
Right.
Don't get me wrong. There was some stuff in that cut that is better than the theatrical cut. Cyborg much better. Wonder Woman better. But me personally, my own opinion, I like the Batman and the Superman from the theatrical cut more.
I felt that. I can understand that. Yeah, I actually, I was at work the other day, and I was in a patient's room, and they were playing the Batman v Superman was on the TV, and there's the scene with Batman. I don't know if it was the opening. I think it was the scene before. Wait a minute. What scene was it when he's standing on the rooftop? Was that right before he entered the warehouse? Yeah, it was raining. There's he had the suit on, but he wasn't in the armor. So I feel like it was in the beginning.
No, I think that was Justice League.
That was just no. It was Batman v Superman. He was on the roof, and he's just like it's just Ben Affleck just standing big as I don't know what, just looking down at whatever he's about. I don't know what he was about to do. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I don't remember, dude. That movie is so bad. I blocked that out of my head. I really don't like that movie.
It's terrible. There's no words for it. There's no words for it.
Personally, I think I put that in the same category as like Spider-Man 3 and the Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's not bad for me.
I respect your opinion. I just cannot allow such blasphemy to be said about the masterpiece that is Spider-Man 3. But
You
that's
know
it.
what? You know what? I take that back. I really think that Spider-Man 3 is fucking fun to watch.
Oh
There's
yeah,
a great fun moments in that movie. Is it
there's
a
some
great
things.
movie? No, but it's fun.
Yeah, I can give you that. I just there's things they just tried to do too much, and I think that maybe it's probably because Sam Raimi's time with it was coming to an end, so he was trying to fit a lot together. And then, on top of wanting to do Spider-Man 4, but Venom could have easily been that villain for Spider-Man 4. But I also get why. I'll tell you what. This is what I'll say. Maybe the whole Harry New Goblin character, maybe they could have shaved down time with it and then given more of that time. Because we got Sandman. Sandman, um, I liked his story arc and how that ended.
You,
I think they
you, know,
could
you, know,
have
you know what? You know what I would do?
give more time to Venom.
Keep him in a black suit for the movie. Keep Sandman. Take Venom and Bad Harry or Spider-Man 4. And then Spider-Man 5, if they ever did it, make that Butcher.
Yeah, I could see that
That's what you do.
because you know what, like the black suit. It's a whole saga behind it. Like I remember the 1994 animated series where they had that whole Venom saga that was going on. So that could have been stretched out a little bit more, and we could have seen even more so how the suit was corrupting Peter. They could if they finessed it just right. They could have done that. Now, I'll give you the Amazing Spider-Man 2 because that was there's
I
some things
can't.
that they really
I can't.
like
Dude.
the visuals are great. Everyone did their part except for Paul Giamatti. I don't know why. I love Paul Giamatti. He's one of the best actors in the
Yeah,
world.
wait. You know what you mean? You know, like the Rhino? I'm
Like
loving it, it's Spider-Man.
where he's just screaming the whole time. No, it's horrible. That mech
Dude,
suit is
what?
awful.
Why do you need Porsche money for that? Why do you need Porsche money?
That's just a disgrace. If anything, he should be embarrassed for that. Like, no, man. I tell you what. Like, I loved that first Amazing Spider-Man movie. I thought it was great. Um, and then like this one, Amazing Spider-Man 2 could have easily just been. Um, you could have planted the seeds for Goblin, and that could have been 3. And you could have kept Electro. I think that the thing that Electro suffered from was a terrible background story. So you
Well, you
failed
know,
to.
hold on. You know what it was? Electro was the wizard from Batman Forever. Think about it. Think about it. Before he turned into Electro, that
Mhm.
was Edward Nigma from Batman Forever.
Huh. Interesting. That's the first I've heard that.
Really?
Yeah,
Everybody was saying that when that came out.
that was the first I heard that. I just think the thing with him is, and I didn't. It's an interesting point because I don't even remember Batman Forever like that. Like I know I've seen bits and pieces. Um,
Jim
but I
Carrey was great. Jim Carrey was great in it.
it's just like how do your whole arc is so you saw me one day. Now I feel like I'm somebody because Spider-Man saw me, called me his eyes and ears. I fall in a tank, and now he doesn't remember me. So now I'm mad at everybody because Spider-Man didn't remember me. Like, how is that a captivating villain? I think that if they played into him being completely mistreated at work, like I mean, which he was, but if they played into it more, we saw it. They touched on it, but if they played into it a bit more, with him being maybe like the bottom of the barrel of people. bullying him or making him feel like I think that would have given him a stronger story. That way, when he got the power, it was like, oh, I have the power now. Now I can take down all of you. I don't need anybody. I don't need Spider Man looking after me. I can look after myself. Why? Because now I've got the power and you don't. I think that would have been much better. But no, they didn't. They didn't really play it. They alluded to it. They touched on it, but they didn't go full. They didn't go full retard for it. There you go. And what has been still never go full retard. No, they should have went full retard. Like go all in for the story. I don't know why they didn't, but I felt like they should have. But that's just me.
Yeah.
But when Michael Phelps, just dive right in.
I,
You didn't
I,
water, my friend.
so, okay. You not really, we talked about Superman finally getting a sequel. And news came out, Warner
Mm.
Brothers had an earnings call yesterday. And that was one of the big topics. Another big topic, David Zaslav wants more Harry Potter movies.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. More Harry Potter movies. Does he
What are
want
your
more?
feelings about this?
Well, considering that Milady, she's a huge Harry Potter like movie fan. I've been rewatching them now. Uh, so like, I think that would be, I think that would be something that people would like to see because you grow up with them and you want it and you wonder like, okay, what was their life after all of this in Hogwarts? Like, is there any more threats out there in the world? Like for me with that, the last Airbender series, right? I want to see. I know they're doing the original story again, which actually pisses me off. But I wanted to see what life was like after they beat Fire Lord Ozai and leading up to how they built Republic City and Aang's life and Katara's life, how they raised their kids and Zuko taking over. I want to see that. So that when that's so long.
You're breaking up, my man.
Their own hood now. Oh, really? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
How about now?
Yeah. You're good. Now
Okay.
you're good.
Okay. So I think that people just want to be able to see like stories continue. So what's going on now
Right.
in Harry's life? What's going on with Hermione? What's going on with Ron and everyone else? Like, sure. What may be Cursed Child? I don't know. I know a lot of Potter fans don't really care for that one. Like Robert Murray Burnett said today, I'm pretty sure J.K. Rowling might be writing another Harry Potter story. Um,
I,
and she very well,
I don't know.
if she's not doing a
I want
screenplay, I don't know.
I want you to write more books. I don't know if she is. I want you to. I don't know if she is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't read the books. I would like to.
Oh, neither. You should. They're good books.
Okay. I was more of the Percy Jackson kid, if anything.
Mm. Are you looking forward to that show coming out?
Yes and no. I actually was hoping it would be animated, not to you. But we'll see. I just
Okay.
I'm kind of I understand where fans are. Where they're like just she you
Oh yeah. You're breaking up again, my man. You're
Oh
breaking up.
jeez, what's going on? Hold on. My phone's hot.
So yeah, I mean, do I I mean, I don't think she's writing any more books. Do I want her to? Yes. I don't know if the fans want her to. And I know that sounds weird, but she's been talking a bit much over the last few years. And I know Twitter is a minority. I don't know. And the loudest voices of the minority sometimes. I don't know if Twitter wants you to write any more books. I don't know if they want to involve that any way. Mm, uh, So he might be back. If he's back, yeah, he should write books and then have the books adapted into screenplays, like he's done with the Harry Potter movies. Um, yeah, I, you know what I want? I think I would want a Harry Potter series with them as adults on HBO Max. I don't think they would do that, but that's what I want. I really want them to get back into the world again. And I don't know if a 2 hour one shot movie would do that. Maybe they will. Maybe, but they can't let you write the screenplay. We've seen authors write screenplays to movies that don't work out. Okay. Yeah. So I think they will make a movie, but I think it would be 15 to 20 more years before any movie comes out. And I think, uh, the, yeah, James will be back. Excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? Uh, I meant talking about Superman for a minute more. I think the Superman movie will happen in the next 2 years. By the end of 2024, I think we will have a Superman movie either come out or be almost ready to come out. There will be a Batman too. I'm I'll be honest, I'm more excited about where DC is right now than Marvel. I know that's fast for me. I know that's unpopular. But I like phase 4 stuff, but I'm not loving it like I did in phase 3, phase 1. Phase 2, I'm hit and miss, but we shall see about next few phases with Marvel and DC. But, yeah, what do you guys think? Comment below. Well, okay, in the next 5 years, what is more likely? A new Harry Potter movie or a new Superman movie? Or both? Well, comment below, like this video, and subscribe to this channel. Yeah. Um, So we shall see. We shall see. I think the Superman movie is first, and then I think maybe a Batman movie. I think we're getting the Green Lantern show on HBO Max. Oh, there's a returning DC show coming out in a few weeks. Doom Patrol. Guys, I love this show. I loved it since season 1, and it's coming back. The trailer's out. The first trailer is out, not the second one. It's really funny, and it's the acting's great. Yeah, so check out Doom Patrol. Wakanda Forever is coming out in a few weeks. Who is excited for Wakanda Forever? I am. I will do. Hopefully, we will have a review on this channel. Um, there's some good movies coming out. The Fableman, so that looks good. The new Pinocchio movie, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, and yeah. So yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I don't know what happened to Josh. I think he's having some technical problems. But, guys, we did it. We're 105 subscribers. We did it. It's awesome. Thank you much for subscribing. We have plenty of more stuff ahead of you. Come back Sunday for Geekdom Uncut. You guys can find me at Luke Bent 5 on Twitter. Every Monday on Fellowship of Geekdom with everybody here. Tuesday on Geekdom Initiative. Wednesday on Jedi Academy. Tuesday on What Are You Watching? Friday right here on Weekly Geekdom. You can find all of us on Geekdom Uncut every Sunday night. You guys can also find me at Northern Entertainment Group every Sunday, every Thursday on Rewind the Tape, and every Saturday morning on the Northern Countdown. And you can find shots with me every Friday right here on Weekly Geekdom, and every Sunday on Geekdom Uncut, and every Monday on Fellowship of Geekdom. Guys, thank you so much for joining. We'll be back next week for another week of geeky movie news. But until then, stay geeky and have a good week.